boxing fans, are you ready?
Welcome to Big Boys Boxing, where we're all about exactly that, the big boys. So without further ado,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Kia ora team, and welcome to the live commentary stream for Andy Ruiz Jr. v. Luis Ortiz, the Destroyer versus King Kong. At present, the national anthems are just being sung, and we're not far away from the big fight. So, in the chat, let me know your pick. How have you got this fight going? I have Andy Ruiz via 10th round stoppage. But I expect Luis Ortiz to do quite well in the first 4 to 5 rounds before the age and Andy Ruiz's hand speed starts kicking in. He's going to be pressuring. He's a pressuring counterpuncher. But Ortiz has a big left counter himself. He could put Andy down. So we're going to find out one way or another. Let us know your picks in the chat. As you can see this time, I've got a new app so you can see my score as we go. I'll be filling that out as we go. So yeah, we are go. American National Anthem is being sung now. Let me just do a quick sound check, make sure everything's running alright. Sounds good. It's Monday afternoon here in New Zealand, so you will hear my kids in the background a little bit. It is what it is.
Okay, I'll go get a ring.
If you don't really want to be here and you're looking for a way to watch the fight, check out the Big Boys Boxing Discord server.
There's a dog.
There's ways to watch the fight there. Stephen in the house, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, just getting through these anthems at the moment. I don't really need to ask you your pick, do I, Stephen? I can look at it in the prediction league. I'm going to do that right now. See what the others have. I know I got Ruiz in round 10.
Bro, I'm inside
Let me see.
a rock. I'm good.
Let's bring up this prediction league so I can see. There it is.
Gates open.
Still on the American National Anthem. Dragging it out. Yeah, still looking into these picks. Alright, we'll finish that anthem. We're moving on to the next. They're going to play the Cuban National Anthem as well? Doesn't look like it. So the ring walks are about to start. So, yes, I got Andy Ruiz in round 10. Mr. Hannibal has Ruiz in round 9.
Bro, I was looting.
Steven's got round 7. Phil Carl Roberts has Andy Ruiz in round 7 as well. Those are all the predictions this week.
Yeah.
Had a few missing. Now 4 behind. The second and third place guys didn't put their picks in this week, so yeah, there's opportunity for someone else to get into the prize money. Wish they would show more of these fights in NZ. Yeah, mate, I reckon we miss out on a lot through standard televised stuff. We have to find ways to watch it, unfortunately. So they're just showing the tail of the tape now. So they've got Luis Ortiz at 6'4", he's not 6'4", he's 6'3". Got Andy Ruiz at 6'2", he's not, he's 6'1". They've got Reaches, what do they got? 76. Huh, I thought Ortiz was 78, but that's what it is. I did see him listed with an 82-inch reach at one point. They get those stats all over the place, man. Yeah, we're still waiting. I think the ring walks are about to start now. So yeah, I expect Ruiz to maybe win the first round, but then Ortiz to possibly win the second, third, maybe even the fourth. And then possibly see Ruiz, Andy. This is going to be bad. I'm going to have to call them Andy and Ortiz. Otherwise I'm going to get them mixed up with Ruiz and Ortiz once we get into the fight. Andy Luis, that's what I'll call him. Andy Luis, drum it into my head. I could call him Fatty and Skinny, I suppose. Alright, not far out now, team. Not far out. So we've got Stephen in the house. We've got a couple of other people watching. Let us know in the chat. Say hello. Yeah, still waiting. They're just talking at the moment, the commentators. There's no music, no, the crowd's not doing much. We've got Joe Goosen on the commentary team tonight with Lennox Lewis. And, oh, I can't remember this other guy. It's not Ray Flores, who is it? Can't remember his name. Yeah, Joe Goosen and Lennox Lewis putting some logic on the panel. But
Dude, it's me!
we'll see what happens. Deontay Wilder's in the house. We've got Tank Davis is there. Chris Ariola's there. Jojo Diaz is there. We had a couple of really good fights early on. Jose what's his name? Jose Valenzuela got unexpectedly stopped. Bit of a crappy stoppage by the referee. He had been put down twice. He had put down Salgado once as well. But Salgado was sharp. The referee stopped the fight after the second knockdown when Valenzuela was okay. I saw Abner Mares in his comeback after 4 years against, what was his name?
So we're going to Mexico?
Miguel Ramirez. Ended up a draw. Two judges had it a draw and one had it to Abner Marius, but really Ramirez won 6-4 or 7. 6-4 or 7-3. I gave Marius the first 3 rounds and the rest to Ramirez. But Abner Marius got the house treatment, got out with a draw. He was coming up to 135 from 118, I think he used to fight at. But like I say, he hasn't been in the ring for 4 years. Suffered a couple of retina tears that kept him out of the ring. So, and then we've just had Isaac Cruz have a spectacular knockout. I think it was the 3rd round. Spectacular knockout. The pit bull just monstered this dude who was trying to run and counterpunch, but it was never going to work for long. Cruz got him against the ropes, put him down once. He did manage to get up, but then the pit bull went in and chewed his head clean off. Knocked him, sparked the out. So now we have Luis Ortiz just making his way out of the locker room now. We're about to get started soon, team. Still no more in the chat, it's all good. Let me just check if something's back in 1 second, team. Just make sure my Streamlabs account is signed in, so if we get any super chats or anything, they will come up on the screen as we go. That's done, signed in.
No, it's because we're on the same planet.
Yeah, Luis Ortiz on his way out. Looking in reasonable shape for a 43-year-old man. Ortiz is usually in pretty good shape though. And the commentators are talking about how bad Ortiz's legs looked when he was against Charles Martin. He got dropped with a jab and he got dropped with the left overhand left in that fight. He didn't look good. He just happened to land a good punch. I think it was in the 5th round, 6th round against Martin, and managed to get Martin out of there. I think if he lands something like that on Ortiz, Ortiz is going to have the better chin. Much better chin than Charles Martin, so I don't know. There's always a chance Ortiz could spark Ruiz here, but I'm pretty sure Ruiz is going to be ready for all of that. He's back at the weight where he beat Anthony Joshua. Not trying to look pretty, but at a comfortable weight, he looks relaxed. He seems like he's happy. So, the Destroyer could be very dangerous in this fight. Could be very dangerous. And here he comes. Ruiz is just coming out of the tunnel now. Won't be far till we have the announcements. And we get the show on the road. He's looking confident, looking relaxed as Ruiz. Taking his time walking. No hurry. Looks focused. £268, 268 and a quarter, I think it was. 268 and 3/4 maybe. It's one of the quarters. We getting cooking in a minute. Shan't be long at all. Alright, so ring announcements with Jimmy Lennon Jr. now.
What's up, my G?
Not far away. So I'll be interested to see whether they call this a final eliminator. Apparently it's an eliminator with the WBC. So it's probably the more legitimate one because Deontay Wilder Deontay Wilder's number 1, but he's fighting number 9. There's other available fighters before that. So it shouldn't be an eliminator, that fight. But it is what it is. Still making the announcements. It's time for the main event of the evening, says Jimmy Lennon Jr. Introducing to you first, out of the red corner, fighting out of Miami, Florida, 245 and a quarter pounds, 33 wins, 2 losses, 28 knockouts. Ruiz, King Kong, Ortiz. And fighting out of the blue corner. On blue trunks with purple trim. Fighting out of and representing in Imperial, California. $268 and 3/4 pounds. 34 wins, 2 losses, 22 wins by way of knockout. Boxing's first Mexican heavyweight champion, former unified champion of the world, the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr. And the ref, Thomas Taylor. This guy should be a main event fighter, a main event ref. I haven't seen him do a big fight before. But fighters coming to the center of the ring for their final instructions. There they come, center of the ring, Andy taking his time. Mouthpiece is in. Touch him up. Back to your corners, gentlemen. Here we go, team. Here we go. Alright, here we go, ding ding. Fighters meeting center ring. Pouring jab from Ortiz, he's touching, and circling. Both just touching lead hands. Andy feints with the right Jab from Ortiz, hits the guard. Posturing. Nobody's doing much. Pouring from Ortiz, just touching the lead hand. Andy throws a right hand and a left hook to the body. Ortiz pouring that lead hand again. Andy moving his head a bit, but nothing much going on here. They're just circling. Andy's walking around towards Ortiz's left hand. Now he goes back the other way, but they're just posturing. Little foot feint from Andy, throws a 1-2. Tries to knock the jab hand out of the way, and then he lands the right, but he lands a stiff jab there to Andy. Pouring from Ruiz. Just pouring and circling. Steps in, tries a double jab, and Ortiz attempts a left counter to the body. Pouring, touching with the lead hand as Ortiz, touching, feints to the body with a jab, does Ruiz. Slow foot feints from Ortiz. Little hand feints from Andy. Tries a jab. Ortiz comes over the top with the left hand, but he's on the guard. Tries a 1-2, does Ortiz. And again, but he's short. Andy backing up. Don't see that often. He's ducks under a left hook from Ruiz, does Ortiz. Touching is Ruiz, tries to whack the lead hand out of the way with a bit of a right hook, does Ortiz. And he comes in, lands a good right to the body there, does Ruiz. Posturing. Steps in with a jab, does Ruiz, and then steps around and tries to throw a right. Ortiz stepped around and got away from the right. Referee's in the way. Here we go. Better view. Jab from Andy. Good counter left from Ortiz after Ruiz landed a straight right. One, two from Ortiz. Tries to lunge in. Throws a right hook as Andy tries to come in. That's an Ortiz round. So get this new app going. There we go. Ruiz 9, Ortiz 10. Yeah, Andy's not looking comfortable against the southpaw. It was a pretty quiet round, but Ortiz landed the better punch at the end of the round. He landed a couple of nice little counters in there. Nothing too substantial landed from either man though. Just the best punch from Luis Ortiz in that round. Okay, we're seconds out. Ortiz's coach telling him be careful. Okay, ding ding, and now we're still... Come on, show us the fight. Here we go. Showing us Ortiz's family. Double jab and tries to step into a left hand as Ortiz. It was partially blocked by Andy. Oh, good right hand from Andy as Luis tried to throw a right hook, but he got caught with the right hand from Andy. Tries to 1-2 to Andy, but they get tied up. Ref breaks them up. Jab from Andy lands. Jab from Ortiz lands. Oh, good jab from Andy. That was a good stiff, fast jab. Pouring with the left hand as Ortiz. Tries a double jab. One of them landed in there from Ortiz. Throws a straight left. On the guard. Andy's still coming forward. Moving his head, throwing a bit of a jab. Ortiz pouring with it. Oh! Ruiz lands a 1-2 straight and puts Ortiz down. He's on his knees. 7, 8, 9, and he gets up. Wow. And he's trying to pour it on. And Ortiz is down again. He looks a bit stunned. Here comes Andy. Throws a big right. Ortiz steps around. Tries to grab hold. Andy lands another right hand, and then Ortiz is hanging on again. Straight right from Andy. Ortiz landed a good counter in there. Counter right. Straight right from Andy lands again. Oh, good counter right hook from Ortiz landed. Oh, big left landed from Ortiz. He got under the second one. He throws a 1-2 to Ortiz and they get tied up again. Ortiz is stepping around, getting his foot on the outside, touching with the jab. Ruiz is getting a bit excited. I think he's trying to throw the right hand, but Ortiz ties him up again. Ref breaks them up. Throws the big left hand as Ortiz, but misses. Ruiz chucks a couple of quick hooks inside and they land. 10 seconds to go on the round. Straight right from Andy. Straight right landed. Oh no, straight left from Ortiz. And another straight left at the end of the round from Ortiz. They're throwing bombs, these boys. They is throwing bombs. So that's a 10-8 round to Ruiz. Showing the replay now.
Dude, you can't kill your clan.
Ortiz threw a left hand. It kind of missed, and Andy came over the top of the left with his own right hand and got him right on the top of the head. Wasn't even a straight shot, it was like a looping shot that came on top of the head and he just dropped to his knees straight away. The second knockdown. It was a right hand in the second one, and Andy kind of pushed him down with his left hand and they're in closer. It shouldn't really have been a knockdown, the second one. That was a 10-7 round. I've got to change that scorecard. But we're into the third. I'll change that score in a minute. Jab from Ortiz. Ortiz coming forward, stepping around, trying to get his foot on the outside. Throws another jab. Throws a left to the body, does Ortiz. Jab upstairs from Ortiz, but it's on the guard. And he's still walking around the wrong way. And he's backing up here. He's taking a bit of a break. They're trying to show some replays. Do that shit between the bloody fights. There we go. Double jab from Ortiz. It's on the guard though. Feints with the left. Then he tries to throw the 1-2 downstairs, but he's short as Ortiz. And he's not doing anything. Oh, he lands a good counter right in there. Ortiz, jab, jab, and another jab. Jab looks stiff again. Ortiz is bouncing a bit on his toes. Jab from Ortiz again. He's touching the jab hands now, just touching. He's coming forward. Ruiz is taking a rest by the looks of it. Jab from Ortiz, but it's on the guard. Right to the body from Ruiz. Jab upstairs, nice and stiff from Andy. Posturing, posturing. Andy keeps moving around to the wrong way. Ortiz getting his foot on the outside, super easy. But still not punches here. Both guys with their hands down, circling, not doing much. Andy's just looking, waiting for Ortiz to throw something. Andy throws a right hook, left hand, but they both miss. Oh, good right to the body from Ruiz. Jab upstairs from Ruiz. And they're posturing again. Posturing again. Posturing. Ortiz tries to jab, but he's short. Jab on the guard from Ortiz. And a left to the body from Ortiz. And he tries a lunging right hand, but he's a mile short and they get tied up. They had a bit of a head clash when they got tied up there. Jab from Ortiz.
Yeah. Bro, I got a cocoa nut. Guys, I collected a cocoa nut. Oh.
And the round is over. That's an Ortiz round for me. So fix this one first because there was 2 knockdowns in that round. This one, 10 to Ortiz, 9 to Ruiz. So we're 28-28. Oh no, 28-27. That can't be right. 10, that's right. Yep, that's right. I think a big body shot at the start of the round there from Ortiz slowed Ruiz down. He didn't do much in that round. 10-7 round Ruiz, yep. Got that, sorted it out. Seconds out. Around the KO. Right. Get back to my stream. And the ref's calling time. Time back in. They're wiping up mess in the corners. Jab from Ortiz. He steps into a 1-2, but it's on the guard. Jab to the body from Ortiz. Andy looking patient. Don't be too patient. You'll lose the damn fight. Jab from Ortiz landed. Ortiz coming forward. He's trying to pressure. Showing a bit of foot pressure. Ruiz tries to jab to the body. He's got the high guard. He's still circling around the wrong way as Andy. Left to the body from Ortiz.
Yes.
Jab from Ortiz. Feints from Ruiz. Gets bites from Ortiz. Jab from Andy. Pouring a jab hand out there as Ortiz, but not really trying to land it. He's just trying to touch. Distraction tactic. Tries a jab from Andy, but he's short. Circling. Posturing.
You know I'm at your base waiting.
Andy bent knees trying to get low. I haven't seen this much posturing from Ruiz before. Tries a jab to the body, does Andy. Jab upstairs from Andy. Then tries a hook to the body from Andy. Ruiz coming forward again. Jesus, these names. Luis coming forward again. Pokes a left out there. Tries a right hook. Just lands a jab there, does Ortiz. Big looping left to the body. And again from Ortiz. Posturing. Ortiz coming forward. Ruiz walking around to the wrong way. Now Andy starts coming forward again. He throws a good right hand and it lands. Ortiz circles and gets around and gets back on his jab. 2 of them land nicely from Ortiz. 1-2 with the 2 to the body from Ortiz. It's partially blocked though. Jab from Ortiz. Pouring jab from Ortiz. Tries a left hand, but he's short on that one. Andy's backed up. Jab from Ortiz. On the guard though. He's feinting. Hand feints from Ortiz, but not really throwing. Posturing. 10 seconds to go. Jab to the body from Ortiz. Good jab from Ruiz, and then a left to the body from Ortiz. That's the end of the round. It's a tighter round, that one. I think it's still an Ortiz round though. Andy's going to have to pick it up a little bit. Nine to Ruiz, 10 to Ortiz. So we're tied up 37 apiece. 2 knockdowns in the second round. What have we got over here? Wasn't there 2 knockdowns? Yeah, 2 knockdowns in the second round, man. That's why the second round's 10-7. Sure, I've got it as 10-7. Yeah, I do. Alright, here we go. Into the 5th round. Snap the jab out from Ortiz. Pouring from Ortiz with that jab, hand's not punching though. Tries a left hand, but it's on the guard. He shakes his hand out like he's hurt his hand, his left hand. 2 jabs on the guard again from Ortiz. Well, tries a big left hook, right hook does Ortiz, but he gets his leg tangled up and nearly goes down. Oh, good right to the body from Ruiz. One of the commentators has it 39 to 30, 36, 39, 35 or something to Ruiz, but I don't think it's that wide. Not much going on here. Ortiz throws a 1-2 to the body. Tries a jab, but he's short. Jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz, but they're not really landing. They're kind of half blocked, and it's just a poking out there. Now Ruiz is starting to come forward a little bit. Stabs a jab to Ortiz's body. 1-2 to the body, but a right hand over the top from Ruiz at the same time. Jab from Ruiz. He tries to step into the right, but Ortiz steps around and gets out of dodge and throws a jab back of his own. And he's got his hands back up good. He's pouring with the jab. Tries to throw the right between the guard, but he only hits the guard. Stalking forward is Ruiz, poking the jab out there, moving his head a little bit. Pokes the left out there, but nothing on it from Ortiz. Good jab from Ortiz landed there. Posturing. Tries to step into a jab to Ortiz, but it missed. Tries to stab to the body, or Ruiz backs up. Now Ortiz drops his hands and like, come on, you're going to fight or what? He steps around, double jab. Throws a good combination from Ortiz. Back on the jab is Ortiz. There was a right hand in there from Andy that landed as well in the combination. Ruiz is just looking at the moment. Just looking, not really doing much. You got to do something, Andy. Old boy ain't going to get tired if you let him go at this pace. Just pouring, 10 seconds to go. Nothing happening here. Still nothing happening. Tries a big left hand. Goes over the top, but Andy lands a counter right at the very end of the round. That's another Ortiz round, man. So I've now got Ortiz ahead, 47-46. And he's got to do more. He's not doing enough at this point. How you got it, Stephen? Are they slowing down? Well, I don't know if they haven't really taken off to start with, to be honest. Besides that few punches and a couple of knockdowns in the second round, there hasn't really been a lot of action. There's a lot of posturing and looking for counters. I thought I'd see more action from Andy, but we're into the 6th round now. Center ring they meet. Ortiz steps into a jab, but it misses over the top of Andy's head. Inching forward is Ortiz. Andy's just looking. Trying to foot feint, but no bites from Ortiz. Ortiz pops a jab out as Andy gets out of dodge. Jab from Ruiz, jab from Ortiz, but they're touching each other's jab hands only. Ortiz walking forward, but nobody's doing nothing. They just want to counter punch. Old fella ain't going to get tired at this pace, Andy. You're going to have to do something. Inching forward. Pops a jab out as Ortiz, but he's short. Andy was backing up. Right to the body from Andy. Inching forward is Ortiz. Pops a jab out there and lands as Ortiz. Andy's backed up to the ropes.
I'm going to Atlas's
He's looking for the counter, but they're just touching jab hands. Ortiz throws the left hand. Partially lands. Tries a big right hook and misses from Ortiz. Andy landed a bit of a right hand in there. I think it was a bad camera angle. They get tied up and they push apart again. Posturing. You see here, Ortiz is looking for the big 1-2, but not a lot happening. Ortiz pops a jab, it lands. Andy tries to throw a big counter right, but missed. Jab from Ortiz, he was short again. Good jab from Ortiz, and a body shot from Andy Ruiz lands with a right, straight right to the body. Exchanging jabs at the same time. Yeah, the crowd's starting to boo here. Fight, you fuckers! Tries to throw a big left to the body to Ortiz. He misses. He throws one upstairs and it's blocked. Double jab from Ortiz. One of them landed nice in there. Inching forward is Ortiz. Tries to throw the 1-2 and a left hook from Andy. Ortiz got out of the way with his head from the left hook. 1-2 with a straight left down the pipe. It's on the guard though. Partially blocked. Oh, good right from Andy lands in there. Ortiz slaps the left hand. Man, I think that's another Ortiz round. He's just winning on activity because Andy's not doing anything. So I've got Ortiz ahead 57-55 after 6, even though he's been knocked down twice. I've only given Ruiz 1 round, and that's a knockdown round. I don't know. It's pretty lackluster fight at this stage. It's pretty boring, to be honest. 6 rounds down. Ding ding. Into round 7. Ortiz throws a 1-2, but it's blocked. Andy's coming forward. He threw a right hand, partially blocked though from Ortiz. Andy's coming forward a bit, throws a 1-2, but it's partially blocked. Throws the left as Ortiz, just the lead, and it's on the block again. Oh, good right hand to the body from Ruiz. That was a good shot. Throws another couple to the body, does Ruiz. But back to posturing. Throws the right hand and he's short as Andy. Pops the jab, but he's short as Ortiz. Come on, fight, you punks! Jab from Ortiz, partially landed. Come on, you poofters. It's worse than Malik Scott shit. Fight! Andy Ruiz isn't doing squat. He's looking. He's a spectator at this point. Touching jab hands. That's all they're doing now. Oh, good straight right and a left hook from Andy. But there's a straight left from Ortiz in there as well. But Andy got the better of that one. Oh, good 1-2 from Andy lands. And a good left from Ortiz again. Pouring double jab from Ortiz, but they're both short. He's stabbing a jab, but it's only hitting the block as Ortiz tries a right hook and Andy ducks under it. Back to the center ring. Jab from Ortiz. Touching, not landing. Touching that lead hand with jab again.
I gotta hide.
Posturing. Come on, Andy. Step in and let those hands go. Jab to the body from Ortiz landed. Oh, big right hand landed from Ruiz there. That was a good shot. Back there, back to Ortiz back. 1, 2, 3 shots from Andy. And lands a good right hook and down goes Ortiz. Top of the head again. He's getting the count. He's up. Here we go. 10 seconds to go on the round. Oh, good right hand from Andy. And that's the end of the round. Now we're going to start seeing some action, hopefully. That's a 10-8 round to Andy.
That are stuck for they're shooting at us. Repeat, they're shooting. Deploy the vehicles even though I don't know how to drive.
So now we're back to even Steven for me. 63-63. It's a good right hand and a little left hook that actually put him down. The PPV was $30 in the US, $80 in the US. Yeah, stuff that, mate. Stuff that. Alright, seconds out. Heading into the 8th round. And he should be starting to try and put his foot on the gas now. Ding ding, away we go. Ortiz pouring that jab out there again, looking to open up that guard so he can land the left hand, but I don't know what he's going to have left after being down 3 times. Jab from Ortiz landed.
Why can't I fly? Why can't
Bobbing,
I
moving his head a bit as Andy tries a left hook. Jab, but it's only on the gloves again from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz. It's on the guard though. It's not. Most of the jabs from Ortiz aren't landing. He tried to throw a double jab, but Andy got under it and stepped around. Posturing. Jab from Ortiz. On the guard again. Then Andy throws a 1-2. Throws a left hook as well, but Ortiz ducked under it. Comes forward, does Ortiz with a 1-2. Trying to counter a right hand that Andy threw at the start. Popping the jab again as Ortiz. Pop. It's only on the guard though. It's not a scoring jab. Right to the body from Ruiz. Steps in with a jab. There's Ruiz, but he got countered. Double jab from Ortiz. One of them landed there. Posturing. They're just looking. Putting the jab on the guard again. One landed there from Ortiz. Light as jabs. They got nothing on him. Feints with the right hand. Throws a flays with the left hand and lands a bit of a right hook. But Andy steps around. Now Ortiz has landed 3 jabs in a row. Andy's just standing there watching. Eating these jabs. Just eating these jabs. Posturing. Feints with the right hand as Andy. Oh, good left hook from Ruiz landed. Oh, good right hand from Ruiz. It was partially blocked though. Ruiz steps around and gets out of dodge. Jab from Andy. Jab from Ortiz. Popping a jab out there, but he was short. Was Ortiz. Lots of posturing. Andy tries to throw a jab, but he gets countered with a jab from Ortiz. Popping the jab as Ortiz. Throws the left hand, but it's on the guard. Throws the second one and it's blocked again. Does Ortiz. 10 seconds to go in the round. I don't know who to give that one to. That's a tight round. Once again, I guess I've got to give it to Ortiz, the activity. There was a few jabs he landed there. I think Andy only landed one punch in that round.
Give me the space.
That I remember. So it's another 10-9 to Ortiz. Got Ortiz ahead again, 74 to 75 after 8. It's like he's trying to save himself as Andy or something. Save himself for the championship rounds. I mean, when he lets his hands go, he's putting Ortiz down with ease. But maybe he's tasted some power from Ortiz that he doesn't like too much. Round number 9 underway. Oh,
Brazil.
my screen's gone off. Ruiz opens with a hard right hand. Andy went down, but it was a slip.
Brazil. Brazil. I've been here, Brazil.
Pouring jab from Ortiz. Andy's coming forward, throws the right hand, but he misses and they get tied up.
Yes.
Shush, child.
Shut up.
Posturing. Andy's circling around to that left-hand side again. I don't like it. Posturing. No punches being thrown whatsoever now. Poured a little jab there to Ortiz, but it's more of a push than a jab. Tries to throw a 1-2 to the body. The 2 land to the body from Ortiz. Then he pops a jab upstairs, but it's short. Pouring, nothing happening. Pouring jab from Ortiz. Oh, good left hand from Ortiz landed in there, but countered with a right hand by Andy at the same time. Posturing again. Moving his head is Andy. Foot feints from Andy. Ortiz inching forward, pouring a jab out there on the lead hand. Not much happening. Boo! Come on, fight you punks. Andy's backed up to the ropes, ducks under a jab, gets back to the center ring. Ortiz inching forward. Good right to the body from Andy. Jab from Ortiz. 1-2 from Ortiz, but it's on the guard. More posturing. Triple jab and lands a good left hand there, does Ortiz. Pause with a... They're both feinting with their back hands. Then a good jab from Ortiz landed. Pouring jab hands. Foot feints, 10 seconds to go. Jab from Ortiz landed. Oh, good right, counter right from Andy landed at the end of the round. And that's an Ruiz round. He had a real good punch, effective at the start of the round, and he finished with an effective punch.
How do you read?
So that's a 10-9 to Ruiz.
I think I have.
So I've still got it tied up, 84-84 after 9.
Do I have to buy all the gym stuff as well? Do I have to buy all the gym stuff to rebirth as well?
Well, it should have been a knockdown.
What?
That slipped, and it wasn't Andy that went down. It was Ruiz.
I can't rebirth.
Should have been, but it wasn't. There we go. Moving into the 10th. Ding ding. Jab from Ortiz. Straight left from Ortiz to the chest. Pops a jab out there. Pops steps in with a double jab, but he's short both times and he's out of dodge. Jab to the body from Ortiz.
Pew, 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 pew.
Posturing. Tries a pouring jab again to Ortiz, but nope. Short as. Ortiz is poking the jab out there, but he's short and he's stepping around, getting out of dodge. So the commentator's now saying one's old and one's fat. That's why it's such a lackluster fight. Ortiz tries a 2 to the body, but it missed. Tries a hook and run and a 2 to the body, but he missed again at Ortiz. And he's judging his distance fairly well. Double, triple jab from Ortiz, but they're all on the guard.
I've got all 4.
Well, steps into Zandy, tries a right hand left hook, but he missed. Well, jab landed from Ortiz there. Jab from Ortiz. Right, left to the body from Ortiz. Tries a 1-2 and he comes back with a left hook. And a jab, jab, jab from Ortiz now. Jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz. Some of these jabs are landing now. Andy's got his hands low. Another jab lands from Ortiz. Another jab from Ortiz lands. Tries the left hand, but he goes over the top of Andy. Come on, Andy. Fucking do something. Posturing. Jab from Ortiz. On the guard, that one. Jab lands from Ortiz that time. Another jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz. Second jab, Andy got out of the way, but then he got jabbed again. At Andy. Come on, do something, Andy. Jesus. Jab from Ortiz. He's inching forward. He's looking to set up that left. Posturing, posturing. Lots of hand feints, not much going on. Andy went southpaw for a second, but turned back. Oh, good straight, but it's on the guard from Andy. Jab from Ortiz, jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz, missed that time. Few seconds left. Do something. That's another Ortiz round. Fancy that. Knocked down 3 times in a fight and he's winning.
Just die already.
So I got Ortiz winning. 94-93 after 10. This is a really shit performance. Oh, my stream's shit itself. Hold on a sec. We'll get it back. Hopefully before the round starts. Damn it.
Let's capture me some islands.
Freaking ads. Alright, round 10 underway. Jab from Ortiz. Pouring it, touching lead hand. Oh, good straight right landed from Andy there. Ortiz came straight back to him though. Right to the chest from Andy. Jab from Andy. Keep going, Andy. Don't stop. Jab from Ortiz. Tries a hook jab. Does all Ruiz, but he missed. Jab from Ortiz. Pouring the jab hand out there is Ortiz. Oh, Ortiz's eye is swollen quite badly. Throws it right to the body to Andy. I think he's a bit short though. Hand feints from Andy. Jab from Ortiz. Come on. Oh, good right from Andy. Lands. And another one. Ortiz is a bit rocked here. He tries to throw back, but he misses this Ortiz and they get tied up. Andy's trying to throw inside. Ortiz is hanging on. Get in there while he's hit. Good right from Andy. Lands. Backs Ortiz up. Jab. 1-2 from Andy. 1-2 again from Andy. 1-2 to the body from Andy this time. Jab from Ortiz. Come on, keep going, Andy. 1-2 from Andy. That got Ortiz on the top of the head again and he looked a bit stumbled. Ref breaks him up. Oh, good straight right from Andy. Lands. Keep going, Andy. Jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz. Jab from Ortiz. Posturing. Body feints from Ortiz. Don't let him rest, fatty. Come on. He's old. No punches being thrown. They're just walking around, looking at each other, feinting. Oh, good straight right from Andy. It landed. Oh, and a good jab comes back from Ortiz. 10 seconds to go in the round. Posturing, posturing, pouring the jab hands out there. Ding, ding. That's the end of that round. Ruiz round. So, round 11. 10 to Andy. 9 to Ortiz. We got 103 to 104. Oh, no, that's supposed to be 9. I've got it tied up 103 to 103. Yeah, Ortiz's eye is not looking good at all. His left eye. Seconds out. Final round. Come on, Andy. Get him out of there. Don't piss around with this old fart. Ding, ding. Ortiz comes out, tries to be a bit more active. Lands on a block though. Ortiz, 1-2, 1-2. Coming forward, trying to do something. And he hasn't really thrown anything yet. Oh, he throws a good right hand there. Lands good on Ortiz. And a good combination from Ruiz. Oh, 1-2 from Ruiz. But Ortiz countered in there as well. 1-2 from Ortiz, for Ruiz, but gets caught with the left as well afterwards. Jab from Ortiz.
Oh. Man, that guy's good. He spent Robux.
Posturing, posturing.
Bro, there's 4 guys. Yeah.
Ortiz trying to whack the lead hand down of Andy. And he's not having it. Tries to jab, does Ortiz, but he's short. Second jab landed from Ortiz.
No.
He steps in with the left uppercut and it kind of landed from Ortiz.
How do you
Come on, Andy. Use those fast hands in the exchanges, man. Come on.
How do you rebirth? It's not
Ortiz posturing. Walking forward. Andy walking around to the left-hand side of Ortiz. Not good. Single jab from Ortiz landed. Oh, good right from Ruiz landed there. 1-2. Back to pouring, touching each other's jab hands. One, two from Ortiz. Andy gets underneath it, comes around with a right hook and it lands on Ortiz. God, they're touching gloves in the middle of the fight. Come on, fight! Good right from Andy, landed through the guard. Ortiz trying to jab, but he's short. He's lunging, his feet ain't keeping up. And they coming close. Oh! Ortiz puts his arm in Ruiz's throat. Now the ref warns him. Ortiz tries an uppercut in there. Jab from Ortiz is short. Andy comes in with a right, tries the left hook, but misses. Ortiz back on the jab. Jab from Ortiz again. Tries a 1-2. The left landed from Ortiz. Come on, Andy, throw! Andy steps in with a right uppercut and it lands. Now Ortiz hangs on. 10 seconds to go in the fight. Tries a 1-2. Does Ortiz be short? Andy comes with a 1-2. Jab from Ortiz. Yeah, okay, I got an Andy round that one. That's way closer than it should have been on my card with 3 knockdowns. So I've got it 113, 112. Far out. That was crap, man. That was a crap fight. I did not enjoy that. That was shit. If Ortiz wins, we'll get Ortiz Wilder 3. Let's hope not. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. So you see my score there, 114, 113 Ruiz. We'll wait for the scores to come out. I'll probably let the scores play for you so you can hear the official scores when it comes to it. So we'll wait and see. Man, that was a shit fight. I've never seen Andy so inactive and so reluctant to throw his hands. He just didn't seem to want to use his jab to get in like he usually does. Maybe his feet ain't quick enough against the southpaw. Can't say I've seen him against the southpaw before, so maybe that was the real issue. But honestly, Ortiz's shot, he was getting knocked down too easy. So I think they'll probably score it a bit wider than I. Probably 115, 114, 111, 115, 110. I don't know. I mean, Ortiz was a hell of a lot more active, but a lot of his jabs weren't landing. They were just touching on the guard. But sometimes that looks good for the judges. Can't believe PBC keep dishing up this shit. Well, on paper it's a good fight, but we just saw that was shit. That was shit. Okay, we're going to the decision now, team. So here we go.
Gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Fernando Villarreal scores the bout 113 to 112. Judges Eddie Hernandez Sr. and Zachary Young both scored the bout 114 to 111. All three in favor of the winner of the WBC Heavyweight World Title Eliminator, the Destroyer, Andy Ruiz. Scorecards were
So there you go. They didn't have it much wider than me, so
Capture one of my fortresses.
it is what it is. Ruiz wins on points. Interesting. But seriously, if Andy fights like that and against somebody of a high level, he's going to lose. He's going to lose badly. Seemed like he had far too much respect for the old fella. And he's got to learn when he's fighting a southpaw not to walk around onto the power hand. He can walk around the other way and he can land his own jab to get inside. So, is what it is. It's done and dusted. And that's it from me today. So, I hope y'all enjoyed. And I shall catch you next time around. Take it easy.
So that's us for today. I hope you have enjoyed. You can show your appreciation with a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure to check out our Discord community where you can find boxing news, fight links, live streamed fights and much more. So look after yourself and your family. I'm Jono from Big Boys Boxing and I'm out. See you!